Hey. Burning leaves today. Look at that pile has shrank. It's time for me to toss it. It's my little fire on. I actually started this last night. It was a big pile of leaves. And it burned all night, and I added some stuff to it today. We got a little strawberry I planted. $5.99. Must be worth it because it's still alive. Let's see what it do. Oh, look like I left a piece of ginger in there. I missed a spot. Let that be there till next year. And yeah, I guess I missed that. I'll leave that in there the next year. Sometimes some of the stuff you do, it don't feel like much, but you be doing a lot of work. So I wish I had a before picture of this spot. I had to clean up this run. I started this sometime in the summer, last spring. I started this, and there was so much junk over here. Today I finished it, making an area for the run for this bird coop, which is much needed. This is the second garbage can. I filled up a garbage can, this garbage can, dumped it, and it's about a third full now with junk I pulled out the ground. I used the pickaxe, the rake, and the shovel, and I lowered this. And all of the trash I pulled out here. This looks like good soil. I planted some buckwheat in here, but I pulled a lot of buried clothes and trash, but I got it clean. So now I can put my post here and run the wire for the chicken run for this coop, for these little guys. And while I was at it, which I planted a lot of trees, it's just all of them are successful. Some of them have been successful, and I'm gonna take you to them today. That's a hopeful avocado tree. That'll be in the backside of the coop. And this is I think it's Cadota fig tree. I piled this dirt up. I don't know if you can see that mound there. I piled that up from all of this. The one with this kind of flat. Because they're just going to run through this. Ain't nothing going to grow where you put a chicken run. So, and I'm going to put 2 posts here. I'm going to take one of them doors I got from the indoors. From that old house. And put it on the 2 posts. And I'll be able to walk in. Unlike that mess, I got to put a door on that. That's a pain in the ass. I got to take that 2x4 out and then lift that whole piece of plywood. Just go in there and get a couple eggs and give them water every day. So I got to fix that. I got to put a door on that. That's ridiculous. And I got to put a little door on the back so I can get the eggs without going inside of there. But in the meantime, these guys need to run if they're going to be successful and start laying eggs like everybody else. So I got this cleaned up finally. It was a whole 6-foot piece of fence buried. I had to get out the ground. A lot of car parts and clothes and bottles and trash. But I got this cleaned up. I made that mound and I planted that fig tree. We'll see how that do. I try not to get carried. I learned not to get carried away and put trees too close together. This might even be close, but I'm learning. This fig over there, we see how that do. This avocado over there, We'll see how that do, because I've never grown avocado to full size. So I'm trying. I did that from seed, and it's still alive, so it deserves to be planted, and I planted it. So it's nice dirt. There's nothing under there to stop it from growing. There's a lot of rich soil here because a lot of tree leaves been dropping here for years. You see how black this soil is? So that's about a 2-foot mound of black dirt. And then once it takes that over, it should just have its own underground here. And I'll just make sure like that tree don't come back. This tree is definitely dead. So this tree, hopefully it'll grow. It's not too far from that fig tree over there. You can see that one. That one grew a lot this spring. Don't want to twist the camera. This one grew a lot this spring. So it's about 10, 15 feet away. So that's good. And that's it. That's the update for the day. That's the work for the day. Because today is a work day. Also, I don't know if this is hurting it, but I did I got my list of things I gotta do this winter, but I got this front cleaned up, which you wouldn't know, but there was a lot of all this area got cleaned up. All back there, cleaned all that up. I got these leftover trees, and I got to find places to plant them. So I got a few leftover fig trees. That's a sugar apple tree. One of them is sugar apple, and that's a sugar apple tree. They're not doing so well because I don't think they really make it in this climate. I think the frost kills them. So these fig trees do all right here. They'll make it no matter what. It's the tree that won't die. So I'm gonna keep planting fig trees for sure, blueberries for sure. I'm gonna keep trying the avocado trees because I love avocados. Who don't love avocados? So keep trying with those. And that's it. I cleaned up that area. That was real messy over there. So I got that cleaned up. Now I gotta take these logs and I gotta organize, more organization of these logs. Keep organizing and stuff will stay good. Rocks and bricks over there. And that's it. But let me show you all the trees I got that I planted. They're still alive. That I believe is still alive. Over here is one, this is the original plot, 2, 1, 2, 3 fig trees and some blueberry bushes. There's the blueberry bushes over here. When I come in here and weed, you'll be able to see it better. This is the original. But I put these trees too close, and it's a lot of clay up here. I don't think they got real room to grow. Because like I said in another video, the tree I put back there grew bigger than the ones that's been here, and it's their 3rd year, 2nd or 3rd year. That's another spot, a tree that is still living and it's even making fruit, but it's not growing very much, and I think it's because of the clay. So I kind of keep feeding them. This is a, I forget what this fruit is called, but it's like a little lime. Kumquat? It's a kumquat tree. I got a roll-off truck, advance. Yeah, I think this is kumquat, if I'm not mistaken. They taste like little limes. So it gets alive, it keeps producing fruit. So can't count it out yet. It hasn't grown much though. I think it's because it's to hit the clay. Eventually it'll grow into the clay, but it's got to get strong. So when I mulch, I add mulch to it. I got to feed it. It's not counted out yet. This is a citrus tree. I can't remember if this is um, but it's grown some. I don't think it's orange. I can't remember if this is a grapefruit tree. 'Cause I don't have a thing anymore. It's had a battle on because that was a bigger branch when I moved that trailer. Got rid of that trailer. It got broke. Something I was doing and it got broke off. So it's recovering, but it's grown some. So this is citrus tree. I can't remember which kind it is, but it's hopeful. And when I get anytime I do mulch, I remember my trees with these wood chips. So the last wood chipping I did, I came and spread around that tree. That feeds the tree and it keeps us in space, so a lot of stuff can't grow around it. And of course, that mulberry tree been here. I didn't plant that there, but I feed it also with the wood chips. This is a what's that called? Pomegranate. This is a pomegranate tree. It's been ran over by a truck several times, a big truck and a little truck, and it's still alive. And it survived the. I can't remember if I did put the house here first. Hey, now. Yeah, I can't remember if I put the house here first. The tiny house. Either way, it survived. No, I put this after the tiny house, but it survived me spreading this mound of compost and wood chips this around it. And it's been ran over a couple times, so it's a survivor. So I can't count it out. I think I want to move it, but I'm scared to dig it up. I'm not sure how deep the roots went, but because it's kind of in the way of where I want. Um, I could work around it. But it's kind of not in a good spot. So I want to move it, but I don't want to. But it's a survivor pomegranate tree. Um, Here go the two pawpaw trees. I feed them every time I get mulched, which I did. I fed them this time. I don't know if you can see that fresh mulch down there. I feed them. Once again, I think it's a lot of clay. I didn't dig deep enough. And what I've learned, and that's what I'm practicing now, instead of digging, I'll make sure there's not clay under there. Instead of digging, I'm gonna build something like a big mound like that of compost or dirt, surround it with something, and then plant a tree in that. I think that'd be better. By the time it grow around that dirt, it'll be strong enough to grow through this clay. Some trees are built to grow through the clay, like pine trees. But those are my two pawpaw trees. So, and once again, I put that fig tree there, and all these blueberry bushes. 10 blueberry bushes here. Um, this is wire. Put this in trash. Put that there. So here's the new addition. This fig tree. Let's see how it grows. And the hopeful avocado tree. How many trees did I show you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 trees. And I got one more that I know is still alive. I gotta remember to feed it that I planted. So I think I planted roughly 10 trees that actually survived. What's funny is I've probably planted 20 trees. Half of them didn't make it. So fruit trees, I mean, you're not gonna see nothing with a fruit tree. If you're lucky, 5 to 10 years. So of course my two muscadine vines. There's actually 4 here. The 2 of these are not getting a lot of sunlight and love. But also I planted back here is a lime tree. This is another lime tree. I planted 2 lime trees. See, this one's got some new growth. All that's new. See that from here all the way up here. That's new growth. You can see the new growth because it's a bright green. That's new growth. This is the muscadine I planted. It's back here. I fight with these vines and these kudzu to come up. But trust me, we're going to win. Because my muscadine's still here. My lime tree's still here. And this is the victims of the chicken and dog incident are back here. So they're going to feed the tree. That's the way it works. No, all of them are buried right back here. All of them. The victim and the assailant. Yeah. This is the lime tree I planted. And it's hopeful. So that's about 10 trees I put down. All fruit trees. And these are, of course, my other 2 come on, Wally, get your brain working. I can't remember the name of the berry. It's a berry tree. It's funny because I love it so much. What's the name of that berry? Wow, man. What's so happening, man? I stopped drinking coffee. So my brain will start working better. Once my adrenals calm down. I laid off the coffee. But that's on, what's the name of that berry? I can't remember. It'll come to me when I think about it. But that's just like this tree. It's 2 of those. So that's 10 trees I've planted that are still alive. I'm grateful for. 10 trees. And what you want to say? 16 bushes of vines. 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. 20. Yeah, 18. 18 vines and bushes. Muscadines and blueberries. That's pretty good. And back here, that I cut down, and when I was cutting stuff and didn't realize it, then the ones I planted, these are the ones that are still here. There's at least 3 or 4 vine. It's not that they're trees. I can't remember the name of the trees, man. I'm having coffee withdrawal symptoms. But it's a berry tree. It looks like a blackberry. But it's not extra sweet, but it tastes pretty good. I know the silk moth likes the tree. I can't remember the name of the tree. But it's a berry tree. I used to eat them when I was younger. If you remember it, put a comment about the berry tree, what it is. Rizal, you know what tree I'm talking about. We used to climb and eat it. But I cut these down, not knowing what they were at the time, because I was in a frenzy. But they're coming back, which is great. These two. This one, yeah, I cut this one too. They're coming back. And I'm going to let them be, but I'm just going to prune them back to be kind of bush size. So, and see if I can get them to fruit, because they'll grow up big as hell if you let them. I'm going to keep them pruned so they're going to be a bush instead of a tree. And the ones in the front yard definitely been fruiting. The other one it fruited a little bit, but it didn't mature. It was because it was young fruit. But it's 1, 2, 3, 4, it's 5 of them back here. So I'm gonna leave them and plant around them and keep them short so I can reach the fruit and they can fruit. But that's it. I'm forgetting something. This fruit tree I'm forgetting. There's a fruit tree across the street too. That same tree. Caught a squirrel slipping this morning. But that's it. That's my new method of tree planting. Building up a mound and plant the tree in the mound instead of trying to dig up a hole and fill it up with good dirt. So I loosen up the ground underneath the mound. Put up a mound at least 2 feet if I can get it, and put the tree in there and see what it do. I think that'll be a better method for planting trees. From now on, I've been meditating and I've seen some trees planted like that around here. You could tell they was planted on the mound. They grew through the mound, and by the time they get to the dirt, they're strong enough that they can cut right into that clay. So the mound gives them that's like their nursery. This is kind of a mound situation, and that's why this tree looks happy. That papaya tree did magnificent, even though it's not gonna stay. I knew it wasn't gonna make it, but it did amazing. But it's just testament to the whole mound thing. And that's what I'm doing from now on. So that's a fig tree in there. I gotta find other spots for some other spots for the rest of those fig trees I got up front. And that's it, man. I'm gonna do a little more cleaning and make me something to eat before I head off to my slavery. Got some rubber boots. It's pretty cheap. I think I'm breaking them in. Yesterday they hurt it real bad. Today it hurt so bad. I don't care for steel toes, but that's all they had. So I'm like a real farmer, homesteader now. It's a wonder why I see everybody wearing these damn boots, is because you're walking through a lot of muck and mud sometimes. It's nice to have dry feet, dry socks, spraying stuff down. That's it, man. That's the 10 trees and 20 bushes and vines I got going. It does seem like a lot, but it seems a lot to some people, but it's not like an orchard yet. But we're working on it. That's the progress. That's the report. The front yard looks a lot neater and cleaner. Don't look so scary no more, hopefully. Oh yeah, I'm gonna prune this tree this winter. Make it cut it way down. Yep. That was my time off. That's what I did. Cleaned this up. Should have seen this. This was just a lot of. I had pots from pots and stuff I was using to plant plants with. It was all out here, and There's just a lot of trash up there. So now it looks nicer. I like that. I need that in my life. So, all right, this 25-minute video about trees and bushes and me cleaning up. If you watch it, may the Lord be with you. I'm out. Shalom.